Okay, good day everyone. My name is Mohammed Atif, founder of InfoSec for TC. Before starting our session today about the position of cybersecurity specialist, if someone can confirm if the audio is working fine. Okay. So during this live streaming daily, what we do, we highlight on the cybersecurity jobs that doesn't require that much of experience and it's easy to gain. It's not actually a very simple way. It needs some effort, except it's doable because some of the cybersecurity position may need some years of experience, like for example, SOC analyst or security architecture. So some of the position, it's kind of hard or it takes some time to gain, while other position, it's easier, but still you're going to need to do some effort. And one of those jobs is the cybersecurity specialist. Yesterday, we spoke about the GRC analyst, and this is a non-technical cybersecurity position. The cybersecurity specialist, it's a governance jobs, but it needs some basics IT background. So today, I will go through it. What kind of skills is needed to become a cybersecurity or information security specialist? And what is the best approach to gain those skills? Is it the training? Is it the certification? Is it some kind of practical project platform? And we will see what is the right way to start preparing for the jobs and to gain the skills in a short period of time. Okay. Now, first of all, let's talk about what is a cybersecurity specialist. Actually, from the job description, and this is what I always suggest, if you want to know more about specific cybersecurity job, it's much better to read a real job description about the job, just to understand this job is related to what exactly, or it will qualify you to what exactly. Now, I believe cybersecurity specialist is one of the most important job in the field of cybersecurity because it's not a technical jobs. It's mainly responsible for the stability of the business. I mean, before going through the skills needed, if you check in the job description here, you will see that those people, the cybersecurity specialists, are the one responsible for securing the business, not securing the technical infrastructure, not securing the servers, not securing the network. They secure the business. And this is very critical for any business because those people are the ones who are planning for any incident or any disaster. So they are not just protecting against malicious hackers or protecting against attacks. No, they are protecting against anything. If a server crash and this server has an important or a critical application, the cybersecurity specialist already got a plan in case of any disaster or any crashing. He can restore the application and he can get the business up and running in a agreed amount of time. If a power interruption happens in the facility, he's prepared for that. If a fire, an earthquake. So those people are the people who are making sure that the business will not be interrupted in case of any scenario. That's why their average salary is usually high, because those people are coordinating with all departments. They're not just talking or coordinating with IT department, but IT department, HR department, legal department, high management. They are making sure right people are doing right things. This is briefly what these people are doing. That's why they don't have or they don't need to have deep technical background, but they need to have basics knowledge about the technical infrastructure that can let them validate and audit different teams. So for example, I will not be the one who configure any security policy on the servers, but I will audit the server team or the Windows team, and I will check that they configured the right group policy or the right password policy. So if I never logged into a server before, how can I audit server team? If I never logged into a database before, how can I audit DBA team? So the type of technical knowledge you need this position is just to let you audit different team. Still, you're gonna need to learn some technical skills that are gonna be under your responsibility, like for example, vulnerability management, like antivirus management. This is usually something that you will do, but the most of the technical requirement, you just need to know how to validate them. Okay. And one more time, you are the one who are responsible for the securing the business, not securing the network or the technical infrastructure. So if in my company, for example, any problem happened, natural disaster, human error, any problem happened, for example, I got one of the servers and it crashed for no reason, it just crashed. It was not compromised, it was not hacked, but the server crashed. You will take responsibility, because why you don't have a disaster recovery plan? Why you didn't conduct a business impact analysis? Okay, so it's a very critical position, easy to do, but has a big responsibility. Okay, it's not the type of position where you can just fill forms and fill documentation and that's it. You need to take it seriously, because if you do your responsibility right, you will be ready for any incident, or you will be ready for any disaster, minor or major. Okay. So let's scroll down and let's see, what do I need to have, or what do I need to learn to become a cybersecurity specialist? Now, I can say that you have three different responsibilities. Some responsibility is related to standard and compliance. You need to be familiar with different standard and compliance, ISO, NIST, GDPR, depend on which country you are. And you need to know how to implement the proper administrative control. Like, for example, how can you create policy and procedures? Everything inside the standard, for example, in ISO standard, they are saying you need to take information backup. Okay, how I will be taking the backup, how frequently the backup will be taken, where the backup will be stored. You have to write the document. You will not be the one who's taking the backup, but you have to put the policy and procedures. If the standard is saying that you need to classify all the information, okay, what classification my company will use? It's going to use government classification or commercial classification? What are the different classification levels? So this is a part of the governance requirement. You need to have some knowledge related to, or before that, you're going to need to know how to work with IT department to implement a disaster recovery plan, which now we call it a cyber resilience. This is a new terminology for disaster recovery. How can we do a disaster recovery plan? This is a very, very critical activity. It's not technical. You have to do a business impact analysis and sit with each department and understand what is their critical services, what is the maximum acceptable downtime, and then arrange with IT department, because IT department will be the one who's doing the heavy work. They will be the one who's doing the technical or the restoration plan, and they will be the one who's doing the restoration testing. You just need to give them guidance and follow up. You don't do anything technical here. You will need to learn how to manage different security applications, firewall, antivirus, IPS, encryption tools. Okay. Now, the point here is that some of the activity will be a little bit technical. You are just managing tool like the enterprise antivirus management, the DLP solution, the firewall. Some of them will be into the management part, creating policy, procedures, KPIs, and some of them will be coordinating with different teams, coordinating with SOC team, coordinating with IT department. And some will be more into raising the awareness. For example, one of your responsibilities is to conduct information security awareness for all the employees. How do we do that? It's not as many people may so think that I just going to create a small presentation and tell people don't click on the link or don't use the USB from unknown source. No, awareness is it's much more complicated than that. So there is a lot of activity that you need to learn to be able to qualify yourself as a cybersecurity specialist. Now, here is the point, here is the challenge. Knowing that is easy. I mean, how to create, develop, and implement information security policy. I don't think this is a problem. You know, you should, it's quite common to find videos explaining policy. You even can find policy templates that you can download them and use them. This is actually, it's not a hard task. However, is it the same way in any organization? I mean, if I know how to create a policy and procedures, will it be the same policy and procedures in a hospital or a bank or a government or a small company? No, it depends. Okay. Regarding managing security software, okay, it's not something that can be learned theoretically. I need to work on a product. So, for example, if he's asking to work on or to have some experience on an antivirus solution, I should write in my CV what antivirus do I have experience with. I use Kaspersky Enterprise, I use Symantec, Sofo. If I, for example, they request me to have some kind of experience in cryptography, I need to reflect what tool did I use. Okay. Firewall. So you're going to need to have some practical experience. Same go for the critical task. For example, disaster recovery plan. Okay. I'm sure if you watch a video about how to implement the disaster recovery, you will find it quite easy to do it. First, you conduct a business impact analysis, then you do a restoration plan, then you do a restoration testing. The steps is easy, but you're going to need to do that realistically. You're going to need to do that in a real organization where they do have data that you can collect and build the BIA and know how it can, because sometimes activity, when you watch a video or follow a course or something like that, you feel that this is very easy. But when it comes to the real implementation, it's kind of challenging because, you know, you are talking with business users. They don't know how to talk technical. So you need to know how to gather information from their side. And so on. Conducting a vulnerability assessment, following up with incident. So it's not hard to gain. It's just missing the realistic part. How can I get a real environment where I can practice? I need the companies, they do have some solution in place. They have Forcepoint DLP to practice on it. They have Kaspersky antivirus to practice on it. They have any kind of firewall. They do have a scenario where I need to build the business disaster recovery plan. So I can gather information, do that, and it will be really great if while I'm doing that, someone also can justify or can evaluate what I'm doing. So right now, it's very common to find a platform where you can get project platform. Okay. I mean, what is common in different platforms is the courses. You know, there is hundreds, if not thousands, of courses on different websites. Besides, there is a lot of free courses on YouTube as well. But what will be very useful if we can work on a cybersecurity project platform. And this cybersecurity project platform should include the two kind of projects that I need to practice. It should not just include the theoretical project, like, you know, doing a policy, doing the procedures, doing KPIs, but it should also include some of the practical part. For example, it could give me a tool to practice on. Kaspersky Enterprise, or any kind of DLP or firewall. And this is actually available right now. I mean, here you can see, for example, in this is a project platform where you can see different kind of project. And in each project, let me zoom in to show you, you will find a scenario. You will find videos explaining the project, and then you will find a scenario. You have a company, they want to do the following. Here is the company profile. Here is the company asset register, and your task is to do the following. And once you do that, once you do your task, you read the scenario, you download all the templates related to this activity. You know exactly what you need to do. You watch the video to know more. And then you do your activity and upload it to the platform. And then someone will evaluate what you did, and he will tell you, yes, you did that right. And now you can be confident that regarding this activity, you know how to do it. And this should include different kinds of activities, starting from creating policy and procedure, which is kind of an easy activity, following up with incident, conducting risk assessment. And in this actually platform, you're going to find many risk assessment model, and doing technical activity as well. So it's not enough to just learn the theoretical part or the documentation part, but getting also to practice the practical part. This will be also useful. So you will have, for example, a virtual machine on the cloud, and the virtual machine will have the software, and they will give you a task to be done. Generate a report from Kaspersky regarding the last activity for the last week activity, and take the proper action. What should I do in this case? Okay. Besides the technical and non-technical activity, you will also find mock interview. So after each set of activity, I think it will be nice if you can stop and evaluate according to what you practiced so far. What did you learn? What is ready to be written in your CV? So the mock interview, we have like 6 mock interview, will be questions related to the activities that you did so far. So if you apply for an interview and you go and they ask you about one of those projects, you will learn how you should reply back. What is the proper way? Because interview need practice as well. I know a lot of people who are good in the technical part, but whenever they go to an interview, they don't know exactly how to explain their knowledge and their experience. So this is briefly a project platform that I feel that regardless about how many courses you took, or regardless about how many videos you watch, if you are missing the practical part of it, you still are missing a big topic. But if you focus on the projects and practical part of it, in different domain as a cybersecurity specialist, I think this will let you gain the skills in a short period of time. And it will also allow you to write in your CV whatever you practice and feel comfortable about it. Because if tomorrow someone asks you what vulnerability management tool or what vulnerability assessment tool you use, you can reply back. I use NASAS, I use Rapid 7. What is the common vulnerabilities that you found? You can reply because you did that yourself. It's not like you only watch a YouTube video, but you did it yourself. So, cybersecurity specialist, very important cybersecurity position. It needs some basics technical background, but it can be gained. I mean, if you are new to cybersecurity, you only know how to turn on your computer, you know how to use a computer, this is enough. Because during this course, you will learn about network security, but before learning about network security, you will learn the basics of network. And after all, you learn about the platforms, the networks, the different operating system in a way that you can audit the team who's doing that. Not because you're going to be the one implementing the security in the platform and operating system, but you have to audit them to make sure that they are doing it in the right way. So right now there is few project platform. Infosec got one. Mastercard, they have a very good one, but it's not actually technical. It's only few projects there. In Infosec, we also evaluate the project, so it's not like you enroll and you do the project and that's it. Someone will evaluate and will reply back, and this may help in enhancing your practical skills if you decided to go within this path. From my point of view, cybersecurity specialist, if you are new to this field, if you only know basics, net computer skills, let's keep it this way. I will say 6 months would be more than enough. 1 or 2 hours per day practicing, watching a topic and practicing on a couple of projects. I think in around 6 months, you can build a good skills that allow you to start applying for jobs. So I hope this was informative, and job description is available for free on our website. You can download it. And I just want to let you know that the Cybersecurity Specialist project is a part of our Platinum membership. And right now, up till the 29 of November, till the Black Friday, we have a discount of 85% on the Platinum memberships. This includes all the courses, all the project platform, all the live workshop, GRC analyst, cybersecurity specialist, SOC analyst, ISO lead implementer, and it's up to 85%. Thank you so much for your time. If you have any question, feel free to raise it on the chat here. Okay. Thank you so much, and I wish you all the best.